Hi, my name is Gerhard Gschwandtner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we're in Germany with Bill McDermott, CEO of SAP. Welcome, Bill.
Gerhard, thank you very much.
Could you tell us about the necessity of pageantry when motivating salespeople?
Well, there was one situation where I brought together an entire army of our team to one place to really instill in them a new belief and a new vision of what we could be. And at that time, it was go for growth in America, and the idea was to make a 1.8 billion business a 4 billion business in 2 short years. There's no way you're going to do that with emails and voicemails and people pretending they got the message. So sometimes you do have to aggregate everybody together around a theme. And our theme was go for growth in America, double the size of the company in 2 years. And it took each and every colleague to be there personally to participate in the experience so they understood the dream and then wanted to be a part of the dream and a part of the movement.
So you hired Bill Clinton as a speaker because you created sort of a party atmosphere.
Yeah, well, back then, this was like right in the mid-90s. And of course, President Clinton was in office. And we had just won the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. So building on that theme, I actually hired a comedian to imitate President Clinton. And the comedian came on stage with some jokes. But before the jokes were told, everybody was convinced that we actually did bring in President Clinton. So the theme of going for growth in America completely tied. And everybody had such a gag at us seeing what they believed to be the president, then turn into some funny jokes and laughter. But the most important thing is the festive environment, everybody together participating in a political campaign and actually feeling like they were a part of something special, generated energy that wouldn't have been possible without the pageantry of the meeting.
So Bill, how did you overcome the internal politics of the naysayers where they said, this is crazy?
At some point you have to be a leader and take charge and command the situation. And I basically said, the number that I sign up for is much larger than anyone else is signing up for. And I am self-funding this, and the extra leverage in terms of growth on revenue and profitability that I intend to get from this meeting for the benefit of the company. And if I don't, then I screwed up and I'll be totally accountable for my decision. You gotta have guts.
And how did you apply what you've learned at SAP?
Well, we have always, at SAP, maintained the winner's dream concept. We always think really big and super audacious goals. For example, in 2010, when we revamped the strategy of the company, we basically laid out a bold ambition to double the size of the company in 5 years. So you see that double it theme keeps coming back. But to do that, you cannot only participate in the markets you know well, you have to go into new markets where growth is likely to come. In our case, we saw mobility with millennials being born into the device. We saw real-time enterprises where HANA would literally change the world, where companies needed to compute things in real time with massive amounts of data driven by the Internet of Things. We saw cloud computing, and of course we saw not only commerce within your company, but commerce between companies in a business network as a huge growth opportunity. What was the real issue here? The real issue is we went from 110 billion US dollar addressable market to a 10 trillion US dollar addressable market. So now as you expand the size of the prize, you can also expand the size of people's imagination in what's possible.
But you not only went to a bigger pie, but you also went for the raisins in the cake by focusing on simplicity.
Precisely. Companies today are way too complex, Gerhard. As you know, there's too many management layers. There's too many people playing office and way ahead on emails and way behind on customer visits. And obviously you have to constantly innovate because the customer has to win. So we always try to line up our vision with the vision of the customer's perfect enterprise. So when we go into that customer, we understand exactly what they have and exactly where they need to go as we help them design the future.
I have a new suggestion for SAP, simply outstanding performance.
I'll take it. And everybody should be that. Thank you, Gerhard. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.